boy.
There is some question about that. Little boy! Nice and loud now.
How did you feel after your Star Trek movies?
How did I feel after I
Your Star Trek movies.
did a Star Trek movie? I felt good! Depends on which Star Trek movie. I felt good. I felt all right about Star Trek 1. That was done by Robert Wise, and he was a wonderful director, wonderful editor. He was a famous man, but it was very rushed. He didn't know anything about Star Trek. The reason he agreed to direct it because his wife was that, and so he knew nothing. Robert Wise, Bob Wise knew nothing about Star Trek when he did that movie, the Star Trek movie, and it was late. The special effects were late, and we were in Washington for the opening, and the film hadn't arrived. The film was going to play at 8 o'clock, and it came on the 7 o'clock hour. I mean, they literally rushed from the airport to the theater. It debuted. And then 2 and 3 and 4, and then I got to direct Star Trek 5, which was it was flawed. Star Trek 5, I was feeling good up until the film opened. And then it didn't open to great notices, and I learned a lot. And if they'd given me a chance to direct another one, I would apply that learning, but we then stopped making them in '96. But I thought the movies were good. I would love to have gone on further. The reason they stopped was they made $90 million. That sounds like a lot of money, but they also spent $30 million making it. So if you double that for other expenses like prints and stuff, it cost them about $60 million. So they were making $30 million on every Star Trek movie. But they wanted to make more. So they stopped the original cast from making it and brought in the Next Generation cast. And they didn't make a great deal more than that from the box office, but it cost them more. So afterwards they stopped. And now J.J. Abrams, who is the master at these large rides, is directing a second. Well, it's open already. In fact, I was in Chicago a couple weeks ago, where they opened Into Darkness and played the movie The Con. What's it called? The Wrath of Khan. I remember everything. It's an old movie. Who remembers it? Well, they played The Wrath of Khan the same time they played what was supposed to be a variation of it. I haven't seen the film. You guys seen the video? Did you not see it? Well, J.J. Abrams has now got is now going to direct Star Wars. I agree. He's become a friend of mine. He is. Those special effects, those rides, that's what. There used to be Cecil B. DeMille. There's 3 of you in the audience who remember Cecil B. DeMille. And he would direct these huge movies with 10. The one, the big one was Ben-Hur. 10,000 extras. All right, everybody! Days. Well, people would say, we're ready, here's another one. And one of his actors, wish I could remember. He hated him. So they got all set. 5,000 people come down that mountain. 3,000 people come up out of the ocean. 2,000 people come out of the building. Ready now. And fire a flare. And now the soldiers walk past and close up. And this actor, what? No, not Charles Haddon, but okay, let's say Charles Haddon. He wears his helmet backwards. Okay? So, there's a firearm already! Action! Down to the line, 3,000, 2,000, and here comes the soldier. Joe Pesci goes down a little back. Killed the whole shot. Prosecuted, Mr. Fucking doing better. That's the way actors get back into the record. Okay, next question. Right into the light.
All right. For years, obviously, outside of Star Trek, I've done a lot of things, Boston Legal, Free Enterprise, but recently I've been loving something else.
Ooh.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the DJO Orchestra? DJO, Day-Job Orchestra. They're a Canadian rock band, and what they've done to get buzz for their band is they've taken old Star Trek videos, they've removed the soundtrack, and put in a brand new soundtrack that looks like...
Of their music?
No, of you.
Oh, me. Am I saying naughty words?
Sit up.
Am I saying four-letter words and stuff?
In some cases.
Actually, I was saying four-letter words. They're taking my four-letter words out and putting in their nice words.
Exactly.
Right.
If you'd like to see one, I got all.
No, I don't want to.
I mean, some people already.
Is your question, have I seen it?
Well, that would be one thing. Yes, have you seen it? Obviously, now you haven't.
No.
But for the people who have seen it, I'm just wondering if you could simply say, "Who done your dad, man?"
Who done your dad?
That's exactly one of the things they have to say.
I have no idea what he said. That was about the silliest question I've ever had. Yes, sir.
What advice?
Young lady.
What advice would you give to the science?
Well, again, right into the mic. It reverberates here.
What advice would you give to a science fiction crazy girl who really loves you, wants to go into music and acting, and is desperately wanting to live this life as a man?
Now, here's the question. When you get older, as you get older, you think, am I losing it? Okay. That has a great deal to do with your hearing. You know, when you say, what did you say? You think, oh, geez, am I losing it? I didn't understand a word that person said. Did you understand? What did you say? You forgot? You're losing it. Oh, yeah, he can remember what you said. He understood, but he's forgotten. What did you say? What? Going into action. Going into acting. What's it like to go into acting? My advice to go into acting, of course. Don't go. Acting is wonderful. Okay. Performing, I love performing. I used to ski a lot. Okay, once you learn the technique of skiing, and you get really ready to do a lot of it, and you play the rhythm of the hill. You're moving down the hill, and the hill is suggesting where you turn, how you turn. There's a beauty. You have to forget the technique, you have to get the edge. No, you're playing the beauty of the hill. I've sort of stopped skiing a lot, and I've turned to horses. So I run a lot of horses. I drive a lot of horses. I'm into horses, the feel of the horse, with your hands, your legs, your voice. Once you forget the technique of riding, and you're into the spirit, the zen of riding, you're one with the horse. The horse and you're moving the horse, just like you're moving the horse to the right. Let's go, collect, let's get forward. And you're riding like it's part of it. Acting is the same thing. Once you lose the fear and lose the self, you lose yourself, and you start to analyze, what should I be doing as the character? how do I portray this? And you give yourself a series of problems that need to be solved, that the actor solves. So therefore, I never understood somebody like Marlon Brando years ago who said he thought actors were child. It isn't. There's a series of problems that needs to be solved. How do you say hello to that person? Is that person meaningful to you? What's your history? Remember? So there's a lot of detail that the good actors go into. So acting is sublime at its best. You make people laugh, you make people cry. It's fantastic to hold an audience, to be able to say to the audience, listen to me. Listen. That's cool. Except for an idiot. And that can happen. I was in front of an audience at a baseball stadium in Los Angeles. I was doing the ending of the world, okay? To Stravinsky music, and a 60-foot screen with images on it, and I forgot the side switch of the book. It was the ending of the world. Anybody got to remember what that was, the last chapter of which was the ending of the world? Anyway, I had memorized the last chapter, and I was doing and there was 35,000 people. I was on second base, and 35,000 people. And way in the back, it was at Anaheim Stadium. So Los Angeles was back there. And there was an electrical storm hovering over Los Angeles. So way behind me, there was I'm doing the ending of the world, alone on stage. 65-piece orchestra, single screen, 35,000. And I'm talking, and I'm whistling like this. There go the rivers, gravity is lost. And I'm thinking, if somebody cackles insane, I'm dead. But that's the glory of being an actor. Walking down